How's it going, everybody? Jared back again, and in this video I decided to show you guys what you can expect to see in the next official update for your Samsung Galaxy S3. Now, this is an unofficial leaked build, care of Sam Mobile, that has been spread throughout the interwebs. And let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at what we can expect to see, at least after the release of the Samsung Galaxy S4. Don't expect it to come any sooner. So you'll notice here that it is Android 4.2.1. Now, you'll notice that I'm running the GT i9300. That is the international version for those of you North Americans that are watching. I don't know if the build is available. This leak is available for any of the North American versions. I'm sure it is, but I don't know what their particular changelog looks like. So we're just going to be basing this video off of the leak for the i9300. You'll also notice that we've got a different build number down there. So again, Android 4.2.1. So what's new in this particular build? Well, let's go ahead and start with the lock screen. So we'll go ahead and lock it up there and unlock the screen there. You'll notice that now with Android 4.2.1, we actually do have our lock screen widgets. So, everybody loves this. Lock screen widgets are really, really useful. They're just super cool, and, there's no other mobile OS on the market that I know of that actually offers lock screen widgets. Now, with that said, we also have some different improved ripple effect, apparently, the ripple effect. So I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera here. Again, trying to pick up all the, the HD, if you will, through the camera of what the ripple effect looks like. When I first flashed this, I'll be honest with you, I was like, is it me or does the ripple effect look different? And that was actually before I even looked at the changelog itself. So the ripple effect, in my opinion, does in fact actually look much more realistic, which is really, really nice. Now, getting out of the lock screen there, if we can go ahead and pull down the notification bar, some things may look quite similar to you. We don't have, though, any of the toggles kind of that sort of side-scrolling animation that we're all used to. However, if we go ahead and click on this button there, boom, it pops up with all these useful toggles in one easy to locate tray instead of trying to scroll and find what you need. I think this is a much more convenient way of accessing all the different toggles that you might want instead of the side scrolling bar that was in the previous build. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Now, you'll also notice that we've got our brightness slider, and yes, that was available for quite some time. However, if we go and click on auto, it gives us a positive and negative. So I'm not really sure the point of that, because if it is on auto, it's kind of, I don't know, redundant. Maybe you guys can explain to me the point of that, but nevertheless, it's kind of neat and some new features. I know it's always nice to see some new things added, of course, right? So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that. And, okay, so what else is new? Well, if we go ahead and jump back into our settings there, we're going to go ahead and jump into display. Of course, we've got our window, multi-window, and our page buddy that we were all seeing before. It's very familiar to a lot of us, but now we also have the option for Daydream. Now, a lot of you guys might think Daydream, for a lot of you, was kind of pointless, and I'm kind of, add me to that club, right? But where I think it's kind of cool is that they've added Flipboard. So if a lot of you guys use Flipboard, I think that's really neat. If you have, say, for instance, a dock, it's, in my opinion, is probably the only time when that would be really cool or useful. If you do have a dock that you like to set your Galaxy S3 down in, I was going to say Galaxy S4, not out yet, Jared. If you do like to use a dock, then, having Flipboard might be a really, really neat kind of addition to your Daydream, to your dock there. So anyways, that's kind of neat. I thought that was really, really cool for them to add that as well. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the widgets here, and apparently we now have something called voice controller. We have a voice control widget and service here. Don't know if I'll be able to find it or not. I've probably already breezed past it, but nevertheless, apparently it's got voice control. I can't find it apparently, but now let's talk about performance. This is still a leaked ROM. That means this is very, very far from completion, and in fact, in its current state, I think it's very, very far from being completely optimized. I've been using this for a couple of days now, and I've noticed some, considerable amounts of lag. Battery life has been pretty average, as I would compare it to any other stock Samsung firmware. It's pretty impressive, all things considered. Other than that, though, I mean, we've still still got those at least for the international version, we still have that sort of super deep sleep mode that the Exynos processors put itself into. So as you can see there, I press the power button. It takes about 2 seconds for it to finally wake up. Those of you with North American versions sometimes have said that, because again, you're running a Qualcomm processor, the built-in architecture is a lot different, and so some of you may not be experiencing that. However, on the international version, we do experience that. Also, you'll notice that, go ahead and jump back into applications here, and if I can locate it, I've got S-Voice, jump into the settings there. We all know the little trick where if you go into the settings and you go ahead and turn off open via home key, that should reduce home button lag. Now you'll notice if I go ahead and press the home button there's still a considerable amount of delay jumping back to the home screen. So this is far from done, and I'm hoping that a lot of these things, at least the home button delay, will be abolished by the time the full update comes out. Mind you, I probably wouldn't hold your breath on when the final official update comes out for quite some time, at least after the Galaxy S4 is released. Anyways, guys, that is literally everything. If you find anything extra or additional that you may have found that I haven't found, or that the other people on the interwebs haven't found and added to their changelog, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I sounded like Captain Kirk there. Wow. Anyways, if you like this video, shoot me some love, please. It helps me out very much by hitting that likes button down below. And if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing for more videos like this one in the future. We do have videos every Monday and Thursday and a bunch of surprise videos in between. Also, if you want to stay up to date on all of my videos, I've got links in the description below to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Again, that's it for now. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.